I did go live this morning. All right, video was taken down. Unfortunately, that's what YouTube does when they have to investigate things. I guess. But guys, breaking news: Usman will not be taking the short notice fight for UFC 310. Okay, he would not be taking the short notice fight for UFC 310. So I have no idea who will be headlining that card. It's most likely gonna be the flyweight championship belt, Pantoja. That's what I think. Because if Usman is not gonna take the short notice fight, I don't know who will. All right, and Usman was just on recently on his on in an interview, and he just admitted he just was transparent and said no, he would not be taking the short notice fight for UFC 310. Uh, I guess he has other things planned for himself, you know. So no, he would not be fighting at UFC 310. Most likely, UFC 310 won't have a headliner. They'll just move some things around, but I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they'll have a welterweight headliner for that card, guys, at all. So UFC 310 is most likely going to be another card that's a letdown. Hopefully, they change it into a free card, not a pay per view. Tell you that much. um, what else? I know there was more news out there. Oh yeah, Vicente Luque is looking for uh, an opponent because Nick Diaz is actually out of competition. He would not be competing. You know that video of him burning stuff. While he was in the streets. I feel bad for the guy. I feel bad for the guy. What's up, man? How you doing? Bless, man. Bless. But yeah, man, I feel bad for Nick Diaz. He would not be competing in the UFC. I don't think he'll be competing anywhere, to be honest with you. So I guess the UFC has pulled him, from his fight with Vicente Luque. So I love watching the UFC. Yeah, man, I love watching the UFC too. All right. I won't be paying for UFC 309 though. That's one thing I won't be doing, and that's for damn sure. Okay. I will not be paying for that card. What do you think of Jones ducking Aspinall? Uh, I don't consider it ducking. I consider it just you know, envisioning how your career, envisioning how your career, basically how you wanted to go. And I guess, you know, there's things he has planned, and Aspinall is obviously not in his plans. What's up with Nick Diaz? Well, Nick Diaz will not be fighting Vicente Luque. UFC has pulled Nick Diaz with that fight, so they're trying to look for an opponent for Vicente Luque. They don't talk specifically what's wrong with Nick Diaz, but obviously, guys, you've seen the video, the viral video of him, basically burning stuff out in the streets. Not a good look, guys. And Kamaru Usman will not be taking the short notice fight for UFC 310. Uh, Hi everyone in the chat coming from Great Britain. What's up, Mark? What's up, Mark? Blessed to Great Britain, man. Blessed to Great Britain. How do you think DDP versus Khan gonna go? I think Chimaev ends up winning. I think DDP is a hell of a competitor. His style is very unorthodox. He reminds me of Keith Jardine, just a better version of Keith Jardine. Not as unorthodox as Keith Jardine, but he just has a similar type of style as Keith Jardine. Um, yeah, I think Chimaev takes it. His ability, with the striking and his wrestling, is some of the best, guys. Some of the best. Which one would you prefer, DDP versus Strickland or DDP versus Chimaev? I can't stress this enough, guys. I can't stress this enough. The UFC, the UFC needs to book Strickland versus Adesanya 2, and Adesanya and Strickland need to be the coaches for the Ultimate Fighter. Okay, that's what needs to happen. All right, they will not. I do not want to see Strickland versus DDP. I don't want to see that. I want to see Strickland versus Adesanya as the Ultimate Fighters coaches, and then ultimately fighting each other. All right, that's what needs to happen. And they need to revamp the heavyweight division because in about a week the heavyweight division is in shambles. Okay, and the women's bantamweight division non-existent. Might as well have an Ultimate Fighter around those two divisions. Okay, and have great coaches in Strickland and Adesanya, guys. Can you imagine Strickland beating the shit, beating the shit out of his, out of the teammates? I can't imagine. It'll be so entertaining, guys. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, guys. Okay, minimal effort, guys. Literally. Do y'all think Tom Aspinall is fighting on Saturday? Tom Aspinall will not be fighting on Saturday. All right. I think Stipe looks great. John Jones looks better. Okay, they both look obviously older, but they both look great. So they will not. They will be competing. All right, Tom Aspinall will not be competing. Uh, CEO Barajo is seriously underrated. Uh, yeah, he's good. It's still giving lesbian social work vibe. It's still giving. What the heck? Thoughts on Ilya versus Islam? Ilya versus Islam. I say Islam takes it. He's the bigger guy, just more experienced. Uh, you know, yeah, Islam takes it, man. Islam takes it. Yeah, you have zero like, bro. Sad. I think you would do better as a troll. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm not on here for any advice. You know what I mean? Thank you for your pity. I appreciate that. But I'm not on here for that. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? Guys, like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's been a big week for the UFC with this UFC 309, John Jones versus Stipe, Michael Chandler versus Oliveira. I honestly thought it wasn't gonna happen, but now we're less than literally days away from Michael Chandler and Oliveira. I'm excited for that fight. That's the most exciting fight on that card. What is the main event for 310? Well, they don't have a main event for UFC 310 right now. I can't stress this enough. Today there was breaking news. Usman was having an interview, and they basically asked him, "Will you be taking the short notice fight for UFC 310?" And he actually declined. He said no, he will not be taking the short notice fight for UFC 310. He has other plans. So Usman would not be competing at UFC 310, and still does not have a main event. The UFC is most likely just going to move the flyweight championship fight into the main event. That's most likely what they're going to do, and they better not put it as a pay-per-view. I tell you that much. I tell you that much. Uh, Hell no. Bye. Bye. Do you think they should make stricter rules on gloves for eye pokes? I wish they did. I wish they did. But obviously they're not. Obviously they're not. You know what I mean? They're not gonna change basically anything. The product that the UFC is giving us is bare minimum, guys. Bare minimum. All right. Hi, what's up? How are you? I'm doing great, man. I can't complain. Hopefully, everybody on the chat is doing great as well, guys. Like and subscribe. Can I donate? Can you donate? I don't have a process for that right now. I'm hoping to build this channel, and I'll have things that you can actually do. Into donating and whatnot to this channel. But as of right now, no. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in the future, most likely. Why did UFC change their gloves for Saturday? Do you think it was because John Jones is fighting? Maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe they looked at the data, and the data for the usage of the UFC gloves is just they're not good. So They brought back the old ones. My dear brother, I went marriage anniversary. I went marriage anniversary. Uh, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. What are the top three fights you want to see happen? Top three fights I want to see happen. Let me see. Top three fights I want to see happen. I want to see Chimaya versus DDP. All right, I want to see that, and I want to see it in Africa. That's what I want to see. Okay. Now, in the process of that happening, I want to see Alex Pereira versus either John Jones or Tom Aspinall. Either one. Either one. Okay. Um, then most likely, depending on what happens with that fight, I do want to see eventually champion versus champion. Chimaev, if once he wins the belt in the middleweight division, I want to see Chimaev versus Alex Pereira, and those are my three magical fights. Oh wow, sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate your sub. Like and subscribe, guys. Okay, like and subscribe. Okay, click that bell notification. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, guys. Go ahead. Go ahead. Give me that thumbs up. Come on. It takes minimal effort. Hey, John Jones or enemy Saturday? I think John Jones takes it, guys. There's no way, Stipe takes it. The only way Stipe takes it is by a Hail Mary. Okay? Just a Hail Mary, man. Great choices. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like to subscribe, bro. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the subscription, guys. I'm trying to build this channel. I'm trying to go into 2025 with at least 500 subs so I can get a new mic. Once I see, there's been a lot of progression in this channel. So as, the progression happens, I will be getting, new things for this channel. Great takes. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Do you think Conor will fight in the UFC again? Guys, if Conor fights in the UFC, he will be stupid. It will be stupid of him, all right? He's a businessman now, and now he understands this, okay? He's waiting for that UFC clause. There's a UFC clause in his contract that states after a certain amount of years, okay, the contract is already void. All right? You don't need to fulfill the contract. I think he has two more fights on his contract, and according to this UFC clause, if a certain amount of time, happens, then the contract ends up becoming void, and I think that happens sometime in 2025, I believe. So I think Conor McGregor is waiting for that because look, guys, if Conor McGregor steps into UFC, he'll be losing money, point blank, period. Because now he's a part owner of Bare Knuckle, which means every time if he was to step into the Bare Knuckle atmosphere, um, he'll be getting paid so much money. He'll be getting paid as a fighter, as a businessman, as a promoter. There's just so much money he could make just doing that venture. Um, Fighting in the UFC, he'll be actually losing money, and that's the reason why you haven't seen Conor McGregor step into that octagon. Okay, it has nothing to do with anything else but money, guys. Morning, boss. Eric, morning. Bless. All right, bless. All right. Hopefully you wipe the crud out your eyes. You know what I mean? You're waking up and you're having a great morning. Hot take, but Connor is the real winner. Took the bag and ran with it. Yeah, I do agree. And that's actually Connor wouldn't be the only guy to do that. You know what I mean? I think Francis Ngannou as well. You know what I mean? Francis Ngannou as well. He fulfilled his fighting contract, ended up walking away from the UFC, ended up gaining $50 million or so, out of the UFC. So he's a winner as well. What do you think about Bilal Muhammad fighting style? Bilal Muhammad fighting style bender. It could happen. You know what I mean? Especially with his wrestling, his relentless wrestling. But most likely not, guys. No, most likely not. Do you think Connor's entire lifestyle is marketing strategy? Is a marketing strategy? Possibly. You know what I mean? But he's definitely on that white dust. He's definitely on that white dust, or should I say pink dust? Because nowadays that's what they're looking for. Is that pink dust, guys? But Ngannou still fights. Connor is done with the CTE, I think. CTE. I think there's more. There's more to it when it comes to Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? He has cases that he's catching in bathroom stalls. Okay, guys. He has. He's on multiple drugs, most likely. Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot of issues. That guy, a lot of issues. Khabib 29-0. Khabib is 29-0. Yeah, yeah. But when you look at his contract, I mean, when you look at his record, you know some of those fighters, I bet you won't know who they are. Okay, I'm just being quite frank. Okay, and we have to remember that Khabib, the way Khabib ended up getting the lightweight championship belt, was fighting El Cuenta. Guys, I didn't just freeze there. Okay, okay, I didn't just freeze there. I'm telling you the truth right there. Khabib Nurmagomedov, the way he won the belt was against Al Quinta. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. Stating just facts, guys. Stating, I love Khabib though. Love Khabib. Can't say enough about him. Khabib is 29-0 against guys who were 0-29. Damn. I didn't say it. You said it. It's most likely true. Some of it, I don't know. Trump, baby. Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not into politics like that, guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, bless. You know what I mean? Trump. Yeah. You know what I mean? The better man won, right? The better man won. The only man won. Let me stop. But yeah, guys, UFC 309 is happening. It's right around the corner. It's Thursday. All right, weigh-ins are tomorrow. Hopefully nobody, stumbles upon any wires like Tony Ferguson did and changed his whole career. What's your UFC Mount Rushmore? My UFC Mount Rushmore. Okay. Let me see. My Rushmore will have to be, and it goes like this. Okay, there's no certain order. Is my favorite fighter, and I always consider him in my Mount Rushmore still, is BJ Penn, Demetrius Johnson, GSP, Anderson Silva, and John Jones. That's the Mount Rushmore right there, guys. All right, there's nothing better. There's nothing better than that, man. There's nothing better than that. I'm sorry, it really isn't. I mean, you can put Fedor and Emelianenko in there. You can, but again, yeah, you gotta look at the resume, guys. You gotta look at the resume. Uh, do you wash your beard every time you eat? You're eating. Do I wash my beard every time I eat? I'm eating. You have to. You know what I mean? You have to. You gotta, make sure that everything is clean. Make sure that everything is cleansed. You know what I mean? You should. You should. You know what I mean? Make sure you wipe your mouth and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You don't want shit spilling everywhere. You get what I'm saying, guys? Like and subscribe, guys. All right. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to build this channel. Okay, I am trying to build this channel, guys. Nice. Yes, yes. When will Dana oil up John Jones? I think this weekend. I think this weekend on Saturday, if he beats Stipe Miocic, you will see the biggest smile on Dana White as he wraps the belt around John Jones' waist. Okay. You'll see a little bit of slobber knocker on there as well. So yeah, most likely this weekend, guys. I'm waiting for Makano versus Patty. That's a badass fight. That's a badass fight. I think Money Makano is gonna take it. I think he should take it. He's every time he gets into the octagon, he gets better and better and better. And I'm excited for him. The guy is entertaining. He's funny. His podcast is hilarious. He always has funny takes. So yeah, guys. Oh yeah. I gotta check on my chicken here soon, guys. I gotta check out my chicken here soon. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, y'all. And we don't stop. Do you see Masano's dislocation before the fight, and he still mauled BSD? No, I didn't see that. I did not see that. I did not see that, guys. I didn't see that. I gotta go check that out. I really gotta go check that out now that you mention it. I really do, guys. What do you think about uh, Cuck O'Malley? There's talks right now actually that the UFC is, they want to book Sean O'Malley versus Marab 2. I'm not sure how that's going to go. I'm not sure if they're going to actually book that, but there's rumors out there right now that they're trying to book it for early 2025. Uh, I think it's a bad mood. I think it's a bad move for Sean O'Malley just because if he loses back to back, I don't see a path for him to ever get back to that title, unless he intends to move up and take some exciting fights. Most likely with El Tapoya, but we'll see. We'll see. Part of collarbone was sticking out. That's crazy. I gotta go check that out. Thoughts on Marab versus Omar? I think eventually it'll happen. I think eventually it'll happen. I think Omar is gonna fight somebody else, one more fight before he gets to the belt. And I think the UFC is actually gonna try to book that Sean O'Malley versus Marab. To be honest, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but I think that's what they're trying to pitch right now. All right, I'm not sold on it, but I think that's what the UFC is trying to do. Honestly, man, I gotta check out my chicken, guys. I gotta check out my chicken. I got to check out my chicken. Best boxer in the UFC, Peter Yan or El Tapoya. I give it to El Tapoya. His boxing is very smooth, very wicked. You know what I mean? He makes you pay, and his ability to make changes during a fight is really really good. He could confuse you with patterns, and then find your pattern in that process of confusing you within his pattern. He will find your pattern and then find his shot. And yeah, he's very good, very very good, guys. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe, guys. Okay. Once you are against the fence with Ilya, yeah, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? Very true. But he caught Max away from the fence. You know what I mean? So it's not only on the fence, but he has punching power. He has punching power regardless. Are you in any way involved in the UFC? No, I have no connections to the UFC. I'm not involved with the UFC. Uh, I just like talking about it. You know what I mean? This is something that I enjoy. I love watching the UFC. It's a hobby of mine. I love martial arts in general, and I think the best product that delivers it is the UFC. So I just love taking. I love doing lives and communicating with people who have the same like mindsets. That's it. The Muay Thai UFC MMA dude is back. It's done. If you could ask a question during the UFC 309 presser, what would it be? If I could ask a question for UFC 309 presser, what would it be? And to whom? And to whom? The first question I'll ask, I'll say this. I'll say it straight up like this. And the reason why I'll ask this question is because I know for a fact it's gonna, it might stir up something. It might stir up something. So the first question that I will ask is to Stipe Miocic, and I will ask him, "Hey, Stipe Miocic, look, you know, John Jones made a big deal about you, basically calling him a bitch during the countdown, right? I want to know specifically what's the reasoning behind you calling him a bitch, right? Because there has to be a specific reason why you're calling him a bitch. And I want to know what is that specific reason, right? And do you, I also recently saw an interview that it's been brought up, and you did apologize for calling him a bitch. You made it like a funny banter thing, but do you actually mean that apology, or did you just mean that apology just to get more under John Jones' skin? That would be my question, and most likely how I would try to deliver it. Yeah, that would be my question, because I think it'll be funny to hear him say, yeah, I called John Jones a bitch. I think John Jones will be pissed, and I think John Jones will interrupt him, and there'll be like some back and forth. Ah, man, yeah, I will stir up some heat. Damn, that's evil. Yeah, but I mean, that's part of fighting, right? That's part of. I'm helping them. I'm helping them do their job, and their job is to market and promote their fight. So I think that that question should be involved, especially in the presser. Somebody should ask that question. It will stir up. It would definitely stir up something. There will definitely be heat. John Jones would definitely open up his mouth. There'll be some banter, and it will make things more interesting. You know what I mean? But yeah, you got to be creative, man. You got to be creative in there, and you gotta do it in ways where you gotta pick and poke. Pick and poke, guys. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe, guys. Okay, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, guys. Minimal fucking effort. I'm telling you. Come on. I gotta go check out my chicken soon, okay? Shit's probably burnt. If you could choose one fighter, past or present, to be your coach or your mentor for MMA, who would it be? My coach and my mentor. Point blank. Period. I'm just being quite frank. I know this is gonna sound crazy. But yeah. This is gonna sound funny, but I think it'll be Misha Tate. If I had a have a coach, coach me, and yeah, but basically mentor me, I think it'll be Misha Tate. She was a tremendous coach on the Ultimate Fighter. You know what I mean? And her mentorship to those girls, I thought it was really, really good, man. I thought she did a good job. Um, she's just overall a good fighter. She had a good head on her shoulders, and it showed on the Ultimate Fighter. She wasn't too hot headed. She was just a normal person. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't like oh I'm stuck up and I got my shit don't stink type of person. And that's what you want as a coach. You want a person like that. You know what I mean? A realist. And I thought Misha Tate was one of the best coaches on the Ultimate Fighter. So I think Misha Tate, the cupcake. I think I'll pick her. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I will pick her. 100%, guys. 100%. I got to check on my chicken, guys. I might pause this for a minute. I got to check on my chicken. Hold on. Is there a way I can pause this? I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me see if I could pause it. Oh, no, there isn't a way I could pause this, guys. There really isn't a way I could pause it. So I'm going to get out of here in the next minute or two, guys. All right. Like and subscribe. I'm going to keep saying it. All right. How long are you going to be gone? I'm probably gonna be gone till probably till probably the next probably the next 4 hours. I'll get back on and do another maybe 45 minutes on here. But we shall see. We shall see. I gotta get back to my chicken. And I'm cooking it. And I just wanted to get on here really fast and give you guys the news about Usman actually saying that he will not be fighting at UFC 310. He will not be taking the short notice fight. Okay, that's the big news right now. And also, like I said, Sean O'Malley and Marab 2, they're trying to book that for early 2025. That's the rumor, That's the rumor mill, and you already know when there's rumors, that when there's smoke, there's fire, guys. When there's smoke, there is fire. So it might be true, but it might not be true. Okay, UFC 309 is right around the corner. Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, John Jones versus Stipe Miocic for the greatest of all time. Okay, this is going to be one of the worst cards in UFC history. Okay, I'm just gonna say it point blank. Hopefully, it's entertaining and it proves me wrong, guys. Okay, all right, y'all have a good one. Y'all be good, bless. I'll be back later on. Until next time, y'all.